You ever see someone ride the wave of internet love so hard? You start thinking they're untouchable, and then, boom, the internet flips, and suddenly it's like everyone saw the red flags but you. Yeah, that's exactly the vibe right now with Pedro Pascal. Reports say Disney has officially cut ties with Pedro. Yes, that Pedro Pascal, after internal drama about his behavior with co-stars spiraled out of control. We're talking behind-the-scenes tension, uncomfortable encounters on set, and crew members speaking out in whispers that are getting louder by the minute.
Now, speaking of sort of the post-Me Too era, so Pedro Pascal, he checks all of the woke boxes. He says all of the right things about trans because his brother is a trans woman who is now going to get some sort of TV jobs, I guess. And he's been touring around with Vanessa Kirby in expectation of the premiere of the Fantastic Four movie. And the video is super weird of what Pedro Pascal does. So he claims that he has social anxiety.
Crushing Oberyn Martell's eyeballs.
What do you mean?
And I was so happy that people were asking for pictures with
they were doing that?
I don't understand what.
And they'd be like, can I put my thumb in your eyes?
Oh.
Because I got my eyes crushed in.
Oh,
and they were like, can it turn into a thing to put their thumbs in? And then I stopped after a redness appeared.
So the context...
The same guy who once had Twitter wrapped around his finger with coffee cup selfies and soft-spoken dad energy. That Pedro might just be unraveling in real time. Let's get into how one of Hollywood's most adored stars went from internet's favorite daddy to persona non grata, all while the cameras were still rolling. So here's where things started getting really messy. Reports say Disney didn't just reconsider Pedro's future. They strategically severed ties. This came after what insiders describe as months of mounting concerns behind the scenes.
Which, is a little strange because actors are not typically known for having wild social anxiety, since that is a very, very social job. But he also is extremely handsy with her, and she's also extremely handsy with him.
We're always holding hands when we're off carpet, by the way. So when you're thrown into very heightened environments, we kind of are there to always remind each other that we're not alone, that we're in this together, because it's scary to go in front of cameras and do things, and it's also really, really fun. And so we are always grabbing onto one another to remind each other that we're not alone in any of it.
One source close to production said it started with small red flags, tension during blocking, awkward energy during rehearsals, but it quickly escalated into a full-blown internal review. And it wasn't just one project. Rumors say Pedro was lined up for not one, but 3 future Disney Plus appearances.
And then every video of the promotional, tour that I've seen from the Fantastic Four, he's touching her belly, touching her neck, her chest, hugging her from behind on the carpet, rubbing her arm, caressing her. And in my mind, if my boyfriend or husband was okay with me acting like that, I can tell you for certain he doesn't care about me. And the fact that he's getting away with it.
Let's see what you got.
What do you think?
Oh, they're gorgeous and glowy. That's a beautiful. It's like cotton candy with the sparkles.
Wow.
I love a manicure.
I am dedicating. Your nails are awesome. So are yours. Let's see your nails first.
Oh, yes, of course.
They're very nice. Yeah, they're very beautiful. And as a fan of your nails, I would like you to show them to me, please. Oh, come on, please.
2 of which were supposed to be crossover gold mines tying him deeper into franchise territory. But after what one crew member called a reputation management crisis, those plans were frozen, then quietly scrapped. According to insiders, a series of off-camera complaints began stacking up. Crew members described feeling nervous around him. Younger castmates requested adjusted shooting schedules to avoid extended solo scenes. The vibe? Toxic enough that HR reportedly conducted multiple one-on-one interviews in secret.
You're in too many things, right? You're a great actor. Pedro Pascal is a great actor. I would never argue that he's not a great actor. Yo, bro. What's up, man? I'm surprised that wasn't Pedro fucking Pascal, all right? Because he's in too many things. He's in that car. Pedro Pascal was in my cereal this morning. Hey, we're going to stop saying he's a great actor, and we're going to stop doing that so we can stop thinking about it. And we're going to stop thinking about him so we can stop being in things. Hey, Pedro Pascal, how many movies can you do? Have a family. Go on vacation.
And here's the kicker. Rumors on the street say it took a senior Disney executive personally witnessing a confrontation on set to shut the door on Pedro's future with the company. No press release. No farewell post. Just gone. Like he was never even on the call sheet. The industry tried to keep this quiet, but social media had other plans. Almost immediately after Pedro's quiet exit from Disney leaked, the internet started connecting dots the PR teams hoped would stay buried.
So the woman that he keeps touching in all the videos is actually pregnant. So she's a married woman to another man that's not Pedro.
Been a dream to join the MCU. The movie is called The Fantastic Four. I'll confess, I did all my stretching for real.
What the hell is going on there, and how does Pedro Pascal get away with this?
Fans dug up a 2024 roundtable where Pedro casually cut off a female co-star mid-thought, his tone smug, his smile forced. At the time, the moment was brushed off as awkward actor banter. But now, it's being used as Exhibit A in a very different narrative. The clip has already racked up over 3 million views in 48 hours, with quote tweets calling it a perfect example of weaponized charm.
Whether they like it or not, they're never getting rid of me.
He won't leave me alone.
He's my yummy old man.
I am your cool slutty daddy.
And the hashtags? Hashtag not so golden boy. Hashtag time to talk Pedro. Hashtag charisma is not character. Even more damning, rumors say the first domino fell thanks to someone who knew Pedro well, a producer who'd worked with him on at least 2 streaming hits. Sources claim she flagged his on-set behavior internally years ago but was told to let it slide. Now, she's had enough. And here's the eerie part. That same producer has reportedly been approached to consult on a toxic set culture, expose being quietly developed by a major outlet. This is no longer whispers. It's headlines in waiting. This is the part where Hollywood shows its true face, without saying a word. Pedro's inner circle? Suddenly not so tight. Reports say 2 high-profile actors who once gushed over him during interviews have now unfollowed him on Instagram, and one even went so far as to delete a carousel of behind-the-scenes photos that had over 500K likes. Fans noticed immediately, with Reddit threads titled Pedro Pascal Fallout Tracker popping up overnight. And then came the most telling moment yet, a Marvel A-lister who once shared a panel with Pedro and praised him as one of the kindest people I've worked with, quietly liked a viral post that read, "Some actors build a brand on charm to distract from control issues." Didn't tag Pedro. Didn't mention him by name. But the timeline? The timing? The mutual connections? Fans are putting the pieces together fast, and the internet never forgets. Even Pedro's own stylist, who used to regularly post look breakdowns before every red carpet, hasn't posted him in weeks. In an industry that rarely says things outright, silence is deafening. And right now, it's echoing across Pedro's entire PR team. The ripple effect? Colossal. This isn't just one actor losing a role. This is a domino that could collapse an entire phase of Disney's future rollout. Reports say Pedro was set to anchor a flagship Disney Plus series tied to one of their most profitable franchises, and not just with screen time. His character was being positioned as the emotional core of a larger crossover universe. But now, that entire arc has been scrapped. Sources close to casting say emergency sessions were held the week news broke. Casting directors are rushing through screen tests with actors who weren't even on the original shortlist. One insider called it a fast-tracked damage control mission. And it doesn't end on screen. Merchandising deals, Funko Pop figures, action toys, collector's edition tie-ins have all been paused. Retailers are reportedly sitting on thousands of units tied to Pedro's character, waiting for direction on whether to pull or repurpose them entirely. Even marketing rollouts for upcoming spin-offs have been frozen. One ad agency exec confirmed, "We were told to halt everything with his face on it." This isn't just a PR delay. It's a full-on freeze, the kind that screams, "We're not sure he's coming back." And in the world of Disney, that silence says more than a press statement ever could. Let's be honest, Pedro's reputation didn't shatter overnight. It's been cracking for months, maybe even years. His entire image has always been built on being the lovable everyman, the cool, kind, coffee-sipping star who remembered names on set and brought joy to interviews. But lately, that version of Pedro was looking more and more like a carefully curated act. Reports say multiple female co-stars, especially from recent ensemble projects, expressed discomfort during press junkets. Fans once chalked it up to awkward flirting or Pedro's quirky energy. But now, clips are resurfacing where you can see the shift. One press tour moment shows him brushing a co-star's arm after she clearly pulled away. Another shows him making a joke that left the room silent, before nervously laughing it off. And then there's the stylish clip. Pedro massaging a crew member's shoulders on set, while she visibly tenses up. It got reposted last week with over 6 million views. One user summed up the vibe perfectly. "We thought it was cute. It was actually a red flag." The internet isn't just reevaluating his brand. It's dismantling it. And the more people look back, the more they're realizing. The cracks were always there. We just didn't want to see them. You want to know how bad this really is? Even the superfans are jumping ship. Pedro Pascal's online fandom has been one of the most intense in recent memory. Stan Twitter accounts with names like @PascalProtectors and @PedroNation built entire digital empires around edits, thirst traps, and loving breakdowns of every outfit, every quote, every eyebrow raise. But now, those pages are vanishing. Reports say at least 2 of the biggest Pedro fan accounts have gone private, citing personal boundaries and needing time to reflect. One TikTok account with over 700,000 followers, known for posting Pedro's red carpet moments, has wiped every single video. No announcement, no explanation, just gone. And the merch stores? Even worse. Small businesses that used to profit from Pedro-themed tees, mugs, and enamel pins are now pulling products from shelves. One shop owner wrote on Instagram, "We no longer feel comfortable promoting a public figure caught in this level of controversy." This isn't just fans taking a break. It's a mass exodus. And when the people who built you up start walking away in silence, that silence is louder than 1,000 trending tweets. Let's not forget, Pedro was everywhere. He had Star Wars, The Last of Us, fashion campaigns, even brand deals for men's skincare. But now, every move he makes is being dissected. A recent GQ profile suddenly reads like it was written before the fall. His quotes about always keeping things respectful are now being screenshot by critics calling it textbook image control. It's that classic fall from grace arc. The moment when the brand gets too big for the person behind it to keep up the act. Here's the bigger issue. Pedro's whole image has been carefully sculpted to make him seem safe. The anti-alpha. The wholesome leading man. But now, people are pointing out the contradictions. Fans once adored his protective energy toward co-stars. Now they're calling it performative. His public feminism? Being reevaluated as strategic. His closeness with fans? Now seen as boundary blurring. And the pattern? It's not about one moment. It's about how many people had to keep quiet while the image stayed shiny. So, where does Pedro go from here? If history tells us anything, he's got 2 options. Retreat and stay silent, hoping the storm passes. Or drop something new to distract us. Reports say there's already chatter about a raw interview Pedro might do to set the record straight. But honestly, it might be too late. Because when your whole brand is built on being the good guy, all it takes is one real story to flip the script for good. And this time, the internet isn't giving him a second season.